Good morning, everybody. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Zack Webster giving you another update on the river flooding situation around the western slope. We had a bit of a lull over the last couple of days. Now business starting to pick up once again, and we'll continue to see some of those river flooding issues at least throughout the weekend, potentially into early next week as well. Several things to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump right in here. Our flood alerts map getting pretty active once again around the western slope. We still have that flood warning and flood advisory for portions of the Dolores and San Miguel rivers. Then farther back off toward our north, the Yampa River Basin, once again under a flood watch. We have a couple of flood warnings once again in effect for the Elkhead River, the Elkhead Creek rather, and the Elk River up around Steamboat Springs. Will start out with some places pretty much right around where we are, and it's that flood warning and that flood advisory that continues to be in effect for the Dolores and the San Miguel rivers, that both of these now going until 6 o'clock Saturday evening. It looked like those were going to expire around noon on Monday, but now they have been extended to Saturday at 6 p.m. and it's a lot of the same stuff that we've already been dealing with. Rain, snow runoff going to cause those rivers to increase their levels once again, and we could once again be dealing with flooding over the next several days. Farther back off toward the north, again, that flood watch in effect until noon on Monday for the Yampa River Basin. This does not go into effect until Friday at 6 p.m., but just something to look out for as we start to head into the weekend. Those river levels start to rise once again. And again, a couple of those flash flood warnings farther off toward the east. This first one, this is for Elkhead Creek. Notice this includes portions of Highway 40 in between Craig and Hayden. That flood warning going until 9 o'clock Friday morning. Then just a little bit farther off toward its east, closer to Steamboat Springs. This is for the Elkhead River, the Elk River, and that warning goes until Saturday at noon. So once again, we're starting to see those flood alerts begin to pop back up around the western slope once again. I want to take a look at Futurecast here to show you the rain and the snow that will be on the increase across the region over the next couple of days. We'll see some spotty rain with some higher elevation snow around the western slope pretty much later this afternoon. I think most of it stays in the higher elevations of the region, but we could see a few quick showers down in the valleys. It's not until the overnight hours tonight and into early Thursday morning, before sunrise Thursday morning, that we'll see some of that rain and mountain snow start to increase across the western slope, including down in the valleys as well. And we'll continue to see scattered to widespread rain and snow around the western slope throughout much of our Thursday afternoon, and that much of our Thursday morning rather, and that looks to continue into the afternoon as well. Then things should start to dry out as we head farther along into Thursday afternoon. So in addition to the warmer temperatures that's causing some more melting of that snowpack, we're going to be dealing with some rain. Some of it could be a little bit heavy at times, starting today in some of the higher elevations of the region, but for much of the rest of the western slope, we won't start to see that rain and higher elevation snow until early Thursday morning and throughout much of the day on Thursday. Then things should start to turn a little bit drier as we head into Friday, but more rain chances on the way farther along into the weekend and early next week. There's a look at some of the snowfall totals. This has come down since yesterday morning. Many of the higher elevations will see between 1 to 2 inches of snow, traced to around 1 to 2 inches of snow, but there will be several pockets that could see some higher snowfall amounts at times, particularly the San Juan Mountains right around Telluride, as well as right around the Continental Divide up around Interstate 70. They could see some heavy snowfall amounts as well, some of which could get close to 9 to 12 inches of snow. That's pretty significant for this point in the season. And a winter weather advisory goes in effect starting at midnight tonight. That continues until midnight Thursday night. And the higher elevations at or above 10,000 feet within that advisory area could see some snow of up to 6 to 10 inches, which again, while not completely uncommon for this time of year, that's pretty notable. And then another thing to look out for, this is an outlook farther along into the future. This is for May 18th to May 24th. It looks like we could continue to see chances for above normal precipitation through the weekend and into early next week as well. So the rain and the snow that we see over the next couple of days will not be the only rain chances that we get to see over about the next week and a half or so. So that could further cause some flooding issues in addition to the warmer temperatures that we've seen that's causing some snow melt, and the snow that we'll see in the higher elevations late tonight and into tomorrow could add to the snowpack that will eventually have to wind up melting off. So a little bit of an update there weather-wise. It's not just the warmer temperatures. We do have rain and snow on the way that will cause these rivers to continue to rise. Take a quick look at the river gauges, and then we'll wrap up here. We'll start out as usual. The Dolores River near Cisco, currently in moderate or minor flood stage rather, and we could see a couple of crests up toward major flood stage, just barely into major flood stage. One early Thursday morning, another one early Friday morning, and as you can see, even once we get this round of rain and snow out of here, we're still going to see the Dolores River continue to hang around right around minor to moderate flood stage. Even into early next week, we could get a couple of additional crests that get a little bit closer toward that moderate flood stage. This is the Yampa River near Deer Lodge Park. A reminder, a flood watch is in effect for the Yampa River Basin. This is up around Dinosaur National Monument. They had some issues with some minor flooding last week, and it looks like as we head into the middle of the weekend, sometime right around Saturday afternoon, it looks like we could see the Yampa River near Deer Lodge Park peak at moderate flood stage 15.41 feet, and then things start to gradually fall once again into the start of next week. Elkhead Creek near Hayden, again, this area already under a flood warning, and we could see yet again another crest, at least in a minor flood stage, maybe close to moderate flood stage. Late Thursday and into early Friday. 9 feet moderate flood stage looks like will come up just short of that for now. And it looks like that will continue to hang around an action stage throughout early next week, so we may still continue to see a little bit of minor flooding. So minor flooding also possible around the Gunnison River near Grand Junction. Right now, no issues, but over the next couple of days, we'll start to see the river levels once again get back closer to that action stage where we could see some flooding right along the riverbanks of the Gunnison River, and that continues into early next week as well. One place that we continue to keep an eye on, so far haven't had too much in the way of issues, but one we'll definitely keep an eye on, Mancos River down around Mancos. That's in between Cortez and Durango, currently sitting right around action stage. So again, some flooding right along the flood banks, and we could continue to see those river levels hang right around that action stage into the weekend and into early next week. So business definitely picking up once again as far as the river flooding goes. We've had the warmer temperatures earlier this week. We've got the rain and the snow on the way over the next couple of days, and then additional rain chances on the way throughout the end of the weekend. And early next week could add on to that over the next several days. As always, we'll be watching, we'll be giving you updates. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.